The following oral presentation is about education system in Great Britain, the United States and Australia. Education is a key to a good future and schools are one of the first steps. Schools help young people to choose their career and to prepare for the future life. Education in Britain developed in steps. The first step was the introduction of two kinds of school, grammar schools and secondary modern schools. Grammar schools offered a predominantly academic education, and in secondary modern schools, education was more practical. The second step was the introduction of a new type of school, the comprehensive, a combination of grammar and secondary modern, so that all children could be continually assessed and given appropriate teaching. These schools were co-educational and offered both academic and practical subjects. However, they lost the excellence of the old grammar schools. Then, after 1979, the greatest reforms in schooling were introduced. The American system of education differs from the systems of other countries. There are free public schools, which the majority of American children attend. There are also a number of private schools where a fee is charged. Education is compulsory for every child from the age of 6 up to the age of 16, except in some states where children must go to school until the age of 17 or in sometimes 18 years old. They included the introduction of a national curriculum making certain subjects, most notably science and one modern language, compulsory up to the age of 16. The national curriculum aims to ensure that all children study essential subjects and have a better all-round education. Pupils' progress in subjects in national curriculum is measured by written and practical tests.
The Australian education system is ranked to be the 8th in the world when it comes to quality and organization. Education in Australia consists of total 12 years. Primary and high school are based on the age of student, same as in Great Britain and USA. Majority of students start to attend primary school at the age of 5 and stay there until year 7. Primary school ends when children are usually 12 years old. Ambitious pupils in Britain continue with very specialized studies in the sixth form. They remain at school for 2 years more. Pupils sit for exams leaving secondary school and sixth form. They sit for the General Certificate Secondary Education, GCSE, at the end of the 5th year's course. A-level or AS levels are taken after 2 years of study in the sixth form. They are the main standard for entrance to university or other higher education. Some parents prefer to pay for their children to be educated at independent schools. This private sector includes the so-called public schools, some of whose names are known all over the world, for example Eton. It provides exceptionally fine teaching facilities, for example in science, language, computing or design. Its students are largely from aristocratic and upper-class families. The government's vision for the education system of the 21st century is that it will neither be divisive nor based on some lowest denominator. Diversity, choice and excellence will be its hallmarks in this century.
Work immediately after graduation or for more advanced study in a college or university. An important part of high school life is extra activities. They include band or school orchestra, sports and other social activities. There is no national system of either education in the United States. Instead, there are separate institutions ranging from college to universities. They may be small or large, private or public, highly selected or open to all. After completing primary school in Australia, pupils are transferred to high school when they are 12 or 13 years old and ready to start attending the year 8 of education. Students are legally obligated to stay in high school for 2 years till the end of year 10. The second 2 years are optional, but are highly recommended to attend because you need to finish them in order to attain to high school diploma. Results of last 2 years in high school are the ones which are evaluated for entry in your universities. The finishing comparison of primary and secondary education in Great Britain, USA and Australia are things left to do is to compare options that students who decide to continue their education in these countries have after finishing secondary education. In Great Britain, the most common thing students do after obtaining GCSE is staying in school or attending college for a 2-year A-level course. A-level is most commonly students studied between the age 16 to 18. Completing 3 or 4 A-levels allows students to continue their education by applying for degree courses at universities and with that gaining higher education.
There is a similar situation in the US for students who finish secondary education by obtaining high school diploma and would like to attend college or university. To achieve that, the US students have to attend undergraduate schools that offer either a 2-year degree, also known as associate degree, or a 4-year degree called bachelor's degree in a specific course of study called major. Students who finish 4-year degree program and gain bachelor's degree can continue their education in graduate schools. There they can pursue one of 2 types of diplomas. The first one is called master's degree, and it usually takes 2 years of study after you considered to be highly specialized in a specific field. The second type of diploma available for students who have bachelor's degree is PhD, or a doctorate degree, which usually takes 3 to 6 years to complete. In Australia, students who want to continue their education can go either to TAFE, Technical and Further Education institutions, or they can finish senior high school level studies, years 11 and 12 of education, and obtain VCE, Victorian Certificate of Education, which is needed to apply for universities in Australia. All of these education systems are well organized, and they provide great amount of education and knowledge which is needed through life. All of these education systems manage to gain respect with their organization and quality, and today are they known as one of the best education systems in the world. It is hard to judge which one is the best because all of them look great on paper and in theory, but you have to experience them and the way they work in practice to make a decision.